The very interview where I decided I wasn't fucking with you no more, you had an all-white team to produce it again. Now, in fairness and clarity, when you interviewed me for Hidden Colors 1, the day I met your trifling ass, you had a brother do that. Hidden Colors 1, it was a brother. But once you started making money off the people's money, once your pimping ass, Mac Daddy Mo, started making money off the people's money, you decided, I don't need no more black folks. Now, you might got a couple somewhere in your network. I ain't talking about them. The movers and shakers that help you edit and film and finalize your documentary are crackers. They are white people. They are white people. Now, Hidden Colors 4, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it was the same team. You can tell. So here's the question. You got the answer. And I shouldn't even be speaking on this, but you spoke on me. So since we want to speak on people, let me speak on your corny ass. Bitch. If you are against white supremacy, why are you using black people's money to pay white people to make a documentary about white supremacy for black people? I need an answer. I need an answer. I need an answer. I'm going to say it again in case you didn't understand me. Why is a man who claims to be against white supremacy taking money from black people, giving it to white people to help him make a film about white supremacy for black people? Let me say it one more time, because I don't think you... Let me say this again. Listen to me, Tariq. You raise money. Black people give you the money for Hidden Colors. You take black people's money and you give it to white people to produce your documentary about white people for black people. Do you not see the contradiction, bro? Do you not see the contradiction? Here's the question. Who benefits financially from Hidden Colors besides you? You're the number one financial beneficiary. That's your hustle. But who benefits besides you? You're the number one beneficiary of Hidden Colors. But who benefits from Hidden Colors besides Tariq Nasheed? Let me tell you who. Black people don't. Black people don't benefit from Hidden Colors financially. They might benefit culturally and intellectually, but they don't benefit financially. You know who benefits financially from Hidden Colors? White folks, because that's who you give black people's money to make the film. God is my witness. You are a contradiction. You paying white people to make a white supremacy documentary that you sell to black people. You paying white people to make a white supremacy documentary that you sell to black people. You paying white people to make a white supremacy documentary that you pay to black folks, that you sell to black folks. So that fundraiser benefits white supremacy. You fake ass hypocrite. You don't need no ring. I don't need no ring either. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. It's overdue. Let's get it in, coward. Now, let me give you the history on me and Tariq Nasheed. Then I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want to be too long. I got to go to sleep. Big day tomorrow. Houston, I'm here, baby. Looking forward to seeing everybody. I'm feeling marvelous. Detroit, I will see you on Monday. I'm bringing in the New Year's with Detroit. I never brought in the New Year with Detroit before. Detroit, I'm looking for you. I got 500 text messages from my supporters. Don't worry, I'm remaining calm. Don't worry about that. This is level 1. I got a whole lot more I can put out on that bitch. I got a whole lot more I could put out on that Hollywood bitch. I'm not going there. This is level 1. If it ends here, it ends here. If it doesn't, we go to level 2. You giving black people's money to white people to make a documentary about white supremacy. You mean to tell me with all the brothers who do film? You mean to tell me with all the sisters who do film? You mean to tell me with all the black people with film production companies, you can't find a black company to produce your documentaries, bruh? You giving our money to crackers and you claim to be against white supremacy? You's a fraud. You just want to be famous by any means necessary. I feel you. You just want to be famous by any means necessary. I feel you. And let me say this, brothers and sisters. Let me say this. Even though I don't mess with the dude, for the sake of saving face for the community, whenever I'm asked about Hidden Colors, I direct people to him. If somebody says, listen, I want to show 1804, I tell them, I'm not in it. He produces that. This is his email. Dude, I never stop you from making money, family. Because I don't know how you feed your children. You understand me? Black men need to be able to feed their children. You a hustler, you a pimp, but I'm not trying to hurt your pockets because I don't know everything going on. Just like you don't know everything going on with me. Ask anybody who ever came to me. I never say, I don't know how to reach him. You got to find somebody. I never do that. I never say, I don't mess with that guy. You got to contact. No. I pull up your email and I give it to him. And you know this because they reached out to you. You know this. So even though you a hater, I've still been able to maintain a degree of professionalism through this whole situation. So let me get the people, but you can't find no black people to do that documentary. You got to go to white folks? Are you kidding me? You're creating a whole encyclopedia of white supremacy information, and you're using white folks to put it all together. And you don't see a problem with that? But let me go back a minute, because I said a minute ago that Tariq Nasheed, whenever you hear him talk about white supremacy, you listening to Umar Johnson. You interviewed me for 3 Hidden Colors. 1, 2, 3. Said I wasn't doing no more after that. You interviewed me for 3 hours or more every time. Excuse me. Number 1, you didn't. Number 1 was quick. I'm going to talk about that. In fact, let's deal with number 1. First time I met Tariq Nasheed. Let me give y'all the history. I'm the hottest thing in the conscious community right now. Rookie of the year. I'm killing it. He heard about it. I get a phone call from his assistant, Brother Ola. Shout out to Brother Ola. You ain't got nothing to do with this. Brother Ola said, Dr. Umar, I'm Brother Ola. I'm working with a brother named Tariq Nasheed. He's putting together a documentary, The Hidden History of the Moors, or something like that. It was about Moorish history. And I said, well, I'm not a Moor. I'm a Pan-African nationalist. I don't identify with that. He said, but it's okay because it's not just going to be about Moorish history. It's going to include other history as well. And then they start naming other people that was going to be in. I said, well, they not Moors. They come from an African paradigm, as do I. So I said, cool. So he said, Tariq Nasheed will be coming to Philadelphia to interview you. Cool. I never heard of the guy. Obviously, he heard of me because he wanted me in a documentary. I was Rookie of the Year in the conscious community. So Tariq Nasheed comes to my office in North Philadelphia. I met him. He was not very cordial at all. You remember this, Flex. You remember, don't you? Your bitch ass remember. He had a very distant attitude. It wasn't brotherly. It wasn't like, how you doing, brother? I'm glad to have you in the documentary. And I told this to people in my inner circle. I said, that brother's energy towards me was very negative. And I concluded the only reason why you wanted me in Hidden Colors is because with my rising success within black consciousness, I would be an asset to Hidden Colors as I was. So for whatever reason, you really wasn't feeling me, but you knew that you needed me to make that shit pop, because your attitude at my office in North Philly was shitty as hell. And so we sat down and Tariq is asking me questions, and I could tell by his facial expression, he not feeling me. And y'all remember the interview because my family tree was in back. My family tree with Frederick Douglass on it. I'm not related. My family tree with Frederick Douglass on it is in the back. And Tariq is asking me questions, and the response is he not liking them at all. He's not liking them at all. In fact, if you remember, you ended the interview early. We didn't even do the whole time. I believe Ola said the interview would last 2 hours because the other ones were very long. Number 1 wasn't. Because you wasn't feeling me. I wasn't pushing that Moore shit. I was pushing that Garvey, and you didn't like it. And you told the brother, I'd never forget, you said, we'll be done in 5 minutes. You had a whole list of questions. But you wasn't getting from me what you thought you was going to get from me. So you told the brother who was doing the taping, we'll be done in 5 minutes. And you cut that shit abruptly. And I never forget, because after that I was talking to one of my homies. And I said, yo, he ain't going to use that. I said, that brother had a nasty ass attitude, very arrogant, very condescending, no conversation, brothers and sisters. No, in fact, all 3 of the interviews, we ain't really had no conversation. Number 2 was better because you was in my elder store and you knew you had to conduct yourself accordingly. But Hidden Colors 1, Hidden Colors 2 interview, no type of camaraderie there with us. And I can understand, because I'm a grassroots brother and you just a grassroots pimp. So naturally, we not going to see eye to eye. Okay? We about the same height, we about the same size, but we ain't about the same agenda. So let me go on about this. Tariq Nasheed interviews Dr. Umar Johnson for Hidden Colors 1. And if you look at Hidden Colors 1, you can see the quality that he used for my interview was not good. My interview on Hidden Colors 1, if you look at the footage, it isn't as good a quality as it is for everybody else. I still carried the damn documentary, but the quality was. So let's keep on going. I don't hear back from Tariq at all. I just chopped it up to the game. I do interviews all the time. I don't give a shit. One day, I get a phone call from my buddy LaRon out of New York City. Shout out to LaRon. LaRon calls me. I'm chilling in Philly. He said, yo, Doc. I said, what's up? I wasn't Doc yet. I didn't get my doctorate till 2012. Okay. I think Hidden Colors 1 was what, 11, I think? So LaRon hit me. He said, yo, I'm at the movies in New York watching you on the big screen. This is like several months after Tariq interviewed me. I said, what you talking about, bruh? He said, I'm at the movies, dude. You on here in this documentary and everybody clapping. Every time your parts come up, the audience is going crazy. They clapping for other people too. But when you come up, people going crazy. I said, dude, what are you talking about? I'm not in no movies. I said, you at a movie theater? What is you talking about, dog? He said, dude, you don't remember being interviewed? I said, I get interviewed all the time. What are you talking about? He said, it's a documentary called Hidden Colors. It's a documentary called Hidden Colors. I said, I wasn't in no documentary called Hidden Colors. Remember, when Ola contacted me, he didn't tell, it wasn't Hidden Colors. It was some Moorish thing. It was a Moorish thing. It still is, but it wasn't Hidden Colors. So Tariq decided to change the name, but I didn't get that message. And what makes it even more disrespectful and insulting, brothers and sisters, what makes it more disrespectful and insulting about this bitch ass nigga is he didn't even call me. Listen, I'm giving y'all facts tonight. I'm not lying to nobody. This message is for my supporters. Nobody else but Dr. Umar. Tariq Nasheed didn't even call your brother. He didn't even text your brother. He didn't even send your brother an email, an inbox and say, hey, brother, I decided to use you. I changed the name, Hidden Colors. It's going to be coming out in the movie so-and-so. You live in Philly. It's going to be playing in Philly this day. It's going to be playing in New York this day. You know how I found out I was in Hidden Colors? Do you know how I found out I was in Hidden Colors? Do you know how the man who made Hidden Colors was it is, how he found out? LaRon called me. If LaRon never called me, I would have never even knew that I was in the damn documentary. That's how disrespectful this Hollywood coon was.
Here's what I want to say about this, and I'm not going to make it too long. Umar Johnson is just as guilty as Tariq Nasheed. But let me say this. Tariq Nasheed knew that Umar Johnson was a fraud even before he interviewed him. He already said that. He admitted that himself. Umar Johnson tried to lie and say that he didn't know Tariq Nasheed, but yes, he did. Yes, he did. He wanted that opportunity to be profitable for him, and it turned out sour. Now, that photo that you have seen more than one time, it's very deceptive because it symbolizes two people that you thought that were close. Because I thought the same thing. But Umar Johnson told the truth and said, listen, this man was never receptive toward me. He never was friendly to me. So the truth is, these two were never friends. It was about business. hey, I need you to be in my first Hidden Colors movie because you are more well-known than I am. At the time, that was true. Do the research. At the time, that was true. People respected Umar Johnson at that time, as well as other people that he interviewed. He used every last one of them to bring him more of an audience and money as well. And it worked. So he decided, let me do a part 2. This time, what did he do? Every time a nigga gains some money, you want to go out and find white people to give it to. You hired a white production team, you fucking goofy black ass nigga. You go out there and hire a fucking white team to help you create a movie about racism and white supremacy. And you niggas gave him a fucking pass. You retarded, mentally challenged ass niggas. You gave him a fucking pass. As well as a pass on him going from writing and creating movies about how to be a fucking player and how to lie to women, how to manipulate women, to being a relationship expert, to becoming a public figure, to talking about white supremacy and racism, and then now trying to be an R&B singer. This nigga cannot fucking sing. He has no fucking talent when it comes to singing, okay? His band is less than average, I'm sorry. If they were better than average, I would admit it and be honest and be truthful. I think he picked these guys up in the backyard at a fucking cookout. These guys just started playing last night. I mean, come on, man. He couldn't afford no professionals because clearly these motherfuckers are not professional. That music is some old tired 90s fucking music that he's trying to fucking recycle. I know music when I hear it. And when I find the original music, I'm going to let you hear it, and I can guarantee you, when you first hear it, you're going to say, wait, he's right. This nigga steals everything that he gets his hand on, and he tries to change it slightly to make it his own, but you can't, man, because there's too many people out here that's way too intelligent for you to get that shit by them. You can't get everything by everybody. That's a known fact. You just can't do it. But I'll be damned if this motherfucking nigga don't fucking try. So you gave him a pass on all this. But clearly that's an indication with bouncing back and forth to this and that has nothing to do with white supremacy or racism. Clearly he's playing games. And clearly he isn't serious. That's more important out of everything that I just said. He isn't serious. But yet you continue giving him a pass. Why? Because he's popular? It can't be because he's telling any truth or you're being able to benefit off of anything that he has sold you. He stopped lecturing for a reason because he was able to cop that money and then some concerning Hidden Colors 5. This nigga always wants to create some Black History moment fucking movie in order to get your money. And then you heard Umar Johnson say this same thing. He begs you to help him create this movie financially by sending him donations. Then he turns around and promises you a free copy, but he never delivers. And you give him a pass on that. And you stupid motherfuckers will buy that Hidden Colors movie that you have already paid for fucking twice over. Shit. I can't respect any of you. I can't. You don't deserve respect. You're going fucking backwards. You really are. You're going backwards. And you're taking so many people with you. The majority of our whole society. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. Notice how these motherfuckers would pair up and it never lasts. And then they fall out with each other. And the first thing that they start calling each other is scammers and thieves. Because they're telling the truth on each other. Professor Griffin, Zaza Ali, what happened when they split apart? Scammers and thieves. They started calling each other that same thing. Tariq Nasheed and Tommy Sotomayor. And it's always money involved, is it not? He gave Tommy $2,000 and then had to hire a lawyer to get it back. Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson, they fell out. Sinetta and fucking Professor Griff, they fell out. Constantly, they pair up and they seem like they the best of friends. And then all of a sudden it goes south, usually over money, and then they're enemies. This is the games that's being played, and you still can't wake up to the knowledge of the truth, the real truth. They tell you no truth, okay? And if they do tell you some truth and it can be confirmed, I can guarantee you it comes from somebody else. It doesn't come from that person. Tariq Nasheed is notorious for that. The whole Hidden Color series is everyone else's ideas. Do you think even one of that series is worth $100,000? Do you know how much $100,000 is? He would have had to pay the people being interviewed, because that's the whole video, people being interviewed. And a few illustrations, cartoon illustrations, and a damn fucking music score that he even stole that. But you co-sign this bullshit and you buy into it. You even help him to create it financially, because you just want to spite people like me. That's your whole fucking bag. You know you can't benefit off this bullshit. You know it. You just want to make somebody mad. The other day, somebody sent me something, and it was Hassan Campbell that was asking people to donate to him because it makes his haters mad. And they started donating to him because that was the reason that he wanted them to donate. Jesus Christ. You got people that's fucking starving out here. Now, when I say that, do you realize what I'm saying? It's people that's dying in the United States of starvation. It's kids that have to go through this every single day. Sometimes the only meal that they get is at school. They don't have proper clothes because they don't have proper parents that's taking care of them. We need so many programs, and I mean, it's just, we in need of so much that it's ridiculous, but you can throw money away to take care of one fucking nigga that will never do anything for anyone else. I mean, you have to be mentally challenged to continue doing this. I mean, your brain is wired a different way. It has to be. People can get over on you constantly. All they have to do is just, hey, Hidden Color 6 is on my mind, but this time it's going to cost $350,000. I know, it's a lot of money, but see, you just don't know. This is going to be the best of all. And you get hyped up about something that you're going to watch for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then the rest of the time, it's going to be sitting on the shelf. That's the most expensive movie that anybody has ever bought. I mean, it's just ridiculous to me. You can't see the fuckery that's going on in all this shit. The deception, the manipulation. He takes all that money that you donate him and put it in his bank account. And when he started mentioning that he wants to create something, it's already created, ladies and gentlemen. You hadn't caught on to that yet. Hidden Colors 5 was already compiled. Did you hear Umar Johnson say that these people are recorded more than 2 and 3 hours at a time? So the extra time that isn't in one of the series, he transfers to another series. Now, if he just doesn't want to use you, period, because he fell out with you, like in the case with Umar Johnson, then he'll steal his information another way. What he'll do is take the information and then let someone else just repeat it. But it still be Umar Johnson's ideas. This nigga's slick, man. But he can't get away from me. He can't get past me. I'm on a crusade, and I'm going to forever be on this crusade until people like Tariq Nasheed is done. You understand? I realize I have a lot of work ahead of me, and I'm willing to put in the work. I don't care how you come at me. I don't care who comes at me. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I don't monetize because, number one, it makes no sense to me. I'm working. I'm not going to give you information and then be paid for it. That's a clear indication. If I was getting paid for this, that's a clear indication that, you know what, I don't care. I'm worried about the money. Because when the money stops, then I'll just find an excuse. Well, I can't do this no more. How many times have we heard niggas already threaten to take down their videos if they don't get a certain amount of money? Willie D is one of them. But yet, he'll tell you how he cares and, oh, I care. And, I'm worried about y'all. Ah, shit. Nigga, you ain't worried about nobody but yourself. And stop believing that this nigga is worth millions when this nigga is worried about $5. He fought for pocket change considering AdSense being reactivated. I mean, he doesn't act like a millionaire to me. If I'm worth millions, fuck AdSense. Damn, I mean, why would I want to even deal with that bullshit? But then I lose it, and then I'm going to fight for it. I'm going to hire 2 fucking niggas that I know off the fucking street to act like 2 lawyers. Those aren't lawyers. No one thought to research those 2. I did. They're not lawyers. They're not lawyers. Now, when this nigga's back is toward the wall, pinned against the wall, what he'll say about that is, well, they're not well known, and I just wanted to give them a chance. So, I mean, they wouldn't be, they wouldn't be on the bar list. Fuck out of here, man. Every lawyer you can look up, okay? Every lawyer that exists, a real lawyer, you can look up. If you can't find their names, they're not lawyers. So, nice try to run that by us, but it didn't work. Considering everybody else, 2019, I'm telling you, it can't be the same as all the rest of these years. We have to make a difference this time. Lead by example. Show these people. See, and that's another reason I don't monetize. You have to lead by example. Sure, I got enough to where I could monetize and say, well, shit, I might as well make a little pocket change. Why? Get paid to tell the truth? Why? Because 9 times out of 10, even if you have good intentions and you say, well, okay, I'll take the money and, I'll give it to the homeless and I'll give it to this person. Listen, man, it's always going to draw you in. You may start doing that. And you, like I said, you have good intentions. But then what happens? You let that control you. You let that take over. The next thing you know, you only doing content to draw a certain audience because you want the most of an audience in your direction instead of the least. So you just don't start it. Now, it's a lot of people out there that monetize. They claim they have good intentions. Okay, listen, I can only go by what you tell me. But I would rather that you set the example and not monetize. Because number one, your enemies, when they see that, they can never use that against you. You monetize, that's the first thing they're going to bring up. They're going to say, listen, well, this dude or this lady, she's talking against me, but hell, she's monetizing too. So you really can't even mention monetize because you monetize. That's a restriction that I don't want to have. And besides that, I mean, I don't need the money, so the stress that goes along with it, I mean, you gotta make sure that you have a certain amount and please hit the like button. You notice I don't say that. The like button, I don't give a fuck if you hit it or not. I wish it wasn't even there. Sometimes I just take it off, but I leave it up because people want a thumbs up, so I allow them to, but I really paid no attention to it whatsoever. I mean, the other day, I paid attention to the subscribers because I just happened to glance and seen that it was 2.8 million. I was like, nah, that's bullshit. And I did some research, and what that brought me to was that YouTube can pretty much just give you whatever they want to give you. Usually someone else's subs. And how they do this, now they claim that most of the people that watch your videos watch other people's videos as well. And somehow they get that mixed up with some other YouTuber. So if you watch me and then you listen to a YouTuber that really has 2.8 million subscribers, somehow they say it gets mixed up, and the 2.8 million they think is really belonging to my channel instead of another channel. But that's bullshit, man. They give you what they want to give you according to who you talk against or what you talk about. So, you know, I don't know.